Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Ricky. I'm gonna be telling you a story about where was I and like what happened like during the earthquake in New Zealand. I was on a school camp actually. We had our first one. It was like a 7.2 or something. That was the big our first earthquake, and it was like the big one that was like it was probably on the news. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. Pretty sad I don't actually remember the date, but it was like February something. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, so that one. Okay, so there's like different kind of earthquakes, right? So there's the ones that are they can go in different directions and stuff. Earthquakes, they can shake the place around in different angles. So that one didn't really cause any damage. Like no buildings really fell down, just older buildings. So yeah, let's get into when the second earthquake was. So yeah, there was the second earthquake, which was 6.2 when I was at camp. This was at school camp. We were just having lunch. I think they made us hamburgers or something, so we're just sitting there having hamburgers. So yeah, like I said, we're having hamburgers, and then a whole bunch of I don't know, stuff starts moving around. It's quite loud as well. A few stuff falls over. I don't know, pots or whatever. A whole bunch of stuff falls over. It only goes on for about 30 seconds or something, or a minute. They told us to all get under the tables and everything, so we all just hop under the tables. And a lot of people made fun of me about this, but I actually grabbed my food that I had for lunch. I don't know why, but I was just so hungry. I grabbed my food instead of just quickly jumping under the table. So yeah, a bit of them gave me shit about that, but I don't even know why I bothered. But yeah, so we had that earthquake. Then they started bringing up everyone's parents, because obviously your parents would be worried if there was an earthquake that did a lot of damage. So we're just chilling around, just kicking the soccer ball around because we had no power or anything. This was the first day of our actual trip. By the way, the trip actually got cancelled. They didn't give us a refund, and they didn't let us go back there. So that kind of sucked, because the whole place kind of got destroyed and stuff. So yeah, I think they were a bit annoyed about that, but we didn't really worry about that too much. So yeah, so we're just kicking the ball around, everyone was having fun, kind of after it was all done and stuff. No one was really worrying. It was the odd kid would be crying or something, but nothing really major or whatever. So all the adults are on the phone and stuff. We don't know really why, but there was actually a ton load of damage in the city. It's actually still blocked off now 5 years later. Basically our whole city is blocked off, and it's still getting rebuilt. My driveway just got rebuilt a week ago. That was broken from the earthquake. And then there's tons of house repairs and stuff. Over the 4.5 years or something, there's only been 1,200 repairs, and basically everyone's houses are destroyed. But mostly the city was the most destroyed part. And when this was happening, there was liquefaction everywhere. There's just, I don't know, stuff that comes from the ground, and it was literally covering all the roads. It was I don't know how big it was. It was literally, I'm not sure, but it was just covering all the roads. All the roads are blocked. But yeah, they need to hurry up and rebuild the city, because there's so much traffic out this way now. So we leave. We're just out to go to do an activity before. We're just having lunch before we were gonna go out rock climbing. That wouldn't have been funny. Doing rock climbing while there was an earthquake. So yeah, that was probably quite lucky actually. That we had lunch. I don't know if it was late or not, but yeah, that was probably quite lucky. So that's basically it about the story. There was just quite a bit of damage, and everything's still getting repaired now. But yeah, that was just kind of a lucky that we didn't go to rock climbing. But yeah, that's kind of the story about how there was an earthquake, or where was I or whatever. I was on a school trip. So yeah, that's about it for the story. And yeah, by the time it was about like at 11:30 as well, and then we got like home at like 5 o'clock because it took them ages for us to actually let us go. So yeah, that's it. That's all for my story, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. So yeah, leave a like if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.